Thanks so much, Michelle, for that introduction. As Michelle said, my name is Jill Johnson. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the Institute for Entrepreneurial Leadership, known as EIFL. We are a nonprofit organization that my father and I co-founded together in 2002 to support economic development through entrepreneurship. My parents were entrepreneurs for about 20 years, so I saw that world firsthand. Today, the organization is focused on creating an inclusive entrepreneurial ecosystem. As we know, keeping businesses afloat is really hard in the best of times, with 50% of businesses failing within 5 years. Now, our business owners face the added burden of the COVID-19 pandemic, which led to government-mandated shutdowns and capacity restrictions. While many businesses, large and small, suffered, we know that some were impacted more than others. The restaurant industry has been decimated, and businesses in Black and Brown communities have experienced a disproportionately high number of permanent closures. Despite the challenges that we face, small business owners continue to push forward against considerable odds, fighting every day for survival. Up until a few weeks ago, I could count the number of times that I went out into public environments. It was when I went driving around one day recently, though, and observed all the cars and store parking lots that it dawned on me it is possible to continue to live your life and for business to be conducted even in this age of COVID. Our economy, in fact, requires that we continue to live our lives and conduct business in this age of COVID. Business owners understand the severity of the situation and want to operate safely. The bottom line, though, is that they need to operate so they can make a living and feed their families. This is especially true in communities where there are few other options and no safety nets. What businesses and nonprofits need is for government to facilitate and enable business growth and expansion. Here are a few places where government can and should play a role. Daycares and schools must be able to fully reopen so that working parents can get back to work. If children are not in schools, women are disproportionately impacted. With large companies downsizing, the employment solution will need to focus on growing the small business economy. Thriving small businesses are the surest road to expanded employment at higher wages. Waiting in lines at DMV, spending time trying to source PPE and fighting through red tape are all the drag on the time and energy of small business owners. Government can play a tremendous role in creating the efficiencies needed for business owners and nonprofit leaders to focus on survival and growth. Through this town hall, you'll hear from businesses and nonprofit leaders about their struggles and what they need. I hope attendees on this call will listen and act accordingly. I urge you to especially consider how you can better support Black and Hispanic-owned small businesses that have been disproportionately impacted. On behalf of the small businesses that we serve, thank you, Michelle, for the opportunity to share these thoughts.